Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Eminence in Shadow Season 2 episode number 9 reaction. So the previous episode it was an amusement park pool onsen episode, kind of like that, like basically the funniest part of the whole thing was that Sid, being the main protagonist, he wasn't there. Obviously every anime has like a pool episode or something like that, a beach episode. But yeah, the main protagonist here wasn't there because obviously Sid thinks of him as a mob character, so I guess that's why. And like it turns out like the girls, the Shadow Garden, they end up taking care of a situation where there was like that whole thing with the dragon's tears, and like they end up resolving that situation on their own. But in the end they were like, oh, this was definitely all according to Shadow's plan, as expected of him. He knew everything, and that's why he typical Shadow Garden, like that's what happened. And yeah, it was a funny episode. It was a nice episode. And yeah, so I'm guessing today's video we're going to be seeing like the beginning of a new arc or something. Yeah, let's see then. All right, so this is episode number 9. Let us get started. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Is that Sid? Who's that? Yeah, that's him. Wait, who's this? That girl? My god. Yeah. Okay, Eminence in Shadowy. Yeah, he needs a training arc to become a better mob character. Who? Oh wait. Damn. Who is this? Oh wait, are these? No. Okay. Yeah, that's 665 and 664, isn't it? Those two? Like I haven't really seen them properly without their hood. That's why I was like, oh, they kind of looks familiar, but I wasn't able to put my finger on. Okay, who's the person behind the counter? Again, like characters in this show sometimes, like there's so many of them. Sometimes I struggle to recognizing them properly. Those two are, I'm guessing, those two, like 665, 664, because we saw Rose. Like obviously Rose cannot come with her hood down in front of Sid. That she cannot do. So she's like in her room. So since Rose is there, I'm guessing those two are those two. But who's the girl behind the counter? Yeah, okay. For a moment, I thought that was that girl. The girl Sid saved. The girl who got involved in the whole zombie outbreak. You remember that girl in the previous arc? Like Yukime's one of Yukime's girl. That Sid saved. For a moment, I thought that's her, but I don't think that's her. I'm not really sure. Oh my god, what's happening here? Oh, Rose is dreaming about. This is a nightmare, isn't it? Yeah. The key. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, those are those two. Okay. Oh, damn. Quick. 559. Who's that? Beat number. Oh, right. Hello? 559. Right. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, true. Autumn honor. Probably not. Yeah. Almost everyone except the girls. The seven girls. Yeah. Oh wait, what? Wait, when? Oh, damn. Hmm. Memorial. Guadoi. Okay. Right. Yeah. Oh wait. Oh my God. So this is the bro. Yeah. Wait. Oh my God. They're using a. Oh, that's her mother. Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought like that was like her double or something. What? Freya. Okay. Yeah, they did say that you have to forsake everything. Your identity, everything. Okay, that's 559. Oh, yep. Rose stopped him. Her. Uh, this is bad. You know what? We need to take care of all of them. Otherwise, this will be a bad situation. Bro, you didn't seem afraid. You were yawning a few moments ago. What the hell are you talking about? Damn! She was yawning, wasn't she, a few moments ago? Is she lying? Is her mother lying or something? Like, I saw her. She was literally yawning a few moments ago. And she didn't seem very afraid. What first is engage in battle? Huh. No, okay, absent. Wait, is this Gamma's room? Oh my god. Hmm. Mordred. Ooh, okay. Ah. Returns. So they took Rose. Wait. Citizen revolt. Large number of reinforcements. Okay. Oh, that was part of the plan. Is that why they sent Rose along with them? Hmm. Hmm. I don't think he's thinking about that. One anti-perv. Yeah. Oh, I just realized this girl is one of Yukime's girls, isn't she? I think so. Since Yukime is working with us now. Yeah, I don't think he's talking about that. Oh my god. Here we go. Yeah. Wow. What? Yeah. Bruh. Oh my god. Damn. Ooh. Oh no, never mind. This isn't one of Yukime's girls. This is probably like a normal citizen. As a normal citizen, never mind. Back to my roots. Oh boy. Oh my god, the mob. Ah! Oh, that is Mary. Yeah. Bro. Oh, I feel like the girls will take care of them because they hit Shadow. Yeah, that's her. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, from him. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. Wait, he's still walking? Tyrant Rose. Wow. Oh my god. Hmm? Hmm. Oh my god. Yep. Bruh. That makes me right. Damn. Well, he did get the money back from. I'm guessing he's going to return it. I don't know. Oh, he. Yeah, yeah. There you go. Yep. There you go. Money. It's probably more than she had, like they took from her. Right, he was just waiting for her to come out so that he can just show off like a proper eminence in shadow. Oh my god. Oh boy. Yeah, there we go. Oh, this girl. Oh, she's been fighting from that. Oh my god. Where are the other two? 666 and 665 and 664. Oh, there they are. So they sent Rose back while they have been still. Oh my god, there he is. Damn. Oh, he provided them with power. Oh, oh damn! He actually cut off his hand. I didn't realize that. Oh, over. Damn. 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 It's raining. Miracle. Oh my god, what's he going to say now? Yeah. Mm. Good god. Mm. Oh my god, stop, Shadow. Oh my god. What? Wait, what? Bruh. He was like, yeah, I've been trying to make him make her the make her the tyrant, and now this is happening. Oh my god. Yeah, he's like, I was thinking I was going to become the great tyrant. I was been trying to I've been trying to help you out for that, and now this. Yeah. Oh no. Okay, that's right. Okay, that is it. Or is that no? Excuse me. Yeah. There you go. That was episode number 8. No, wait. What episode was this? Episode 9. Yeah. Okay. So this is the beginning of a new arc, and in this arc, it's going to revolve around Rose, I'm guessing, and Shadow wants to make her the tyrant queen or whatever, and like obviously, seeing that in the end Rose decided to get married, he's like, oh, that's not happening. I need to be you to become the tyrant, otherwise me, the Eminence and Shadow, won't be able to work. And like he said, he needs someone to be the light so that he could be the shadow. And he thought like Rose was the perfect candidate for that because of her whole backstory where she had to kill her father, and now like she'll make the triumphant return and become the queen and the tyrant queen and this and that, and she would be the light while Shadow will be the darkness and all that, like that kind of thing. And now Shadow's like, the hell is this? You're getting married? Like what the hell? Like what was I doing all of that for? And now he's pissed. Oh my god, that's funny. Yeah, okay, and also from the beginning of this episode, it took me a while to realize who that girl was. Yeah, I was correct in a way. There was a section I was like, oh, is she that girl whose Shadow saved? In one of Yukime's girls. Yeah, that's her actually. Like we haven't really seen her properly before this. We just got to see her a little bit, so I wasn't able to properly, like I didn't realize that it was her. But yeah, that was actually her, and she she reminds me of someone who does she remind me of? I don't know. You know what? I have no idea. Kind of reminds me of someone. That is why, like, you know what? Whatever. Also, I kind of made a mistake by the middle where I thought that maybe she was one of Yukime's girls. That girl, like that we kind of briefly saw. From a moment I thought maybe that was her, but then when like those thugs come in and they're like, oh, let's take like the money, like the collection money or whatever they were trying to like take. When they came in, I was like, oh no, this is definitely not Yukime's girl. Like this is probably someone who's established here. Who's like a proper citizen of this place. So it cannot be Yukime's one of those Yukime's girls. So yeah, and then obviously as we get to see when she talks about how Shadow saved her, I was like, oh, there you go. Then yeah, it's her. It's Mary, and they call her name Mary. Like so. Yeah, that's the whole situation. Um, so wait, another thing. Oh, I just okay. No, wait. Okay, there's a few things that's kind of bothering me. The first thing, I thought that the girls, that is 665, 664, and 666, that is Rose, they knew that Shadow was here. You know, that is why like I thought they knew it, and that's why Rose was like in her room, trying to hide her face because obviously Shadow shouldn't know that that is Rose. That she's trying to keep it a secret. That's what I thought at the beginning. Now, after watching this episode, I think it was a little bit different. I'm pretty sure none of the girls knew that Shadow was here, you know, because it was Sid who was sitting down beside 664 and 665. I doubt any of the girls, except the Seven Shadows, knows that Sid is Shadow. So, and I'm guessing New also knows. New does know that Shadow is Sid, you know. So yeah, the numbered and the seven shadows, I think they probably know Shadow's actual identity. Anyone else? I'm guessing not numbers. Sorry, that was a mistake. Um, I think probably New and those like like the seven shadows know that Shadow is Sid. So that is why the girls, the 665 and 664, had no clue that was like Sid and beside them. They don't know Sid probably. Also, Rose probably didn't know that Sid was here. Rose probably was in her room from the beginning, and she had no clue and Sid was visiting this place. So I'm guessing that's what's going on here. You know, because I actually thought for a moment that Rose was in her room because she didn't want to show her face to Shadow. But now that I think about it, how will she know that Shadow is here? It's not Shadow, it's Sid that was sitting here. Rose doesn't know that Sid is Shadow. So why would she even hide her face when she didn't know that Shadow was, when Sid was there, who was sitting there? And I feel like if Rose knew that Sid was here, she probably would have come, or at least from a distance, would probably try to see if he's okay or not, or something like that. She wouldn't be in her room just like laying down, and I doubt that would have happened. So yeah, so this is my like by the end of this episode, this is what I understood. 65664 and 666 alongside with that girl 55, I forgot her full number. All of them were sent here for a mission. This whole mission. They are here and they were like taking this visiting this inn and making this like a little base for them. Sid also came here. Obviously, the girls didn't know that that is Sid, because 665 and 664 has no clue. Rose was in her room, so Rose also didn't know that Sid was here. And obviously, like the girl Mary, she also didn't know that this was Shadow because this was Sid. Because like Mary met Shadow. Mary never met Sid. This is the first time she was meeting Sid. So that's what's going on. So nobody knew that Sid was here, and the girls were here just for mission. That's what's the whole situation is, as far as I can understand. Okay. Also, we get to meet a new character here. Her name, not name, I don't think we know her name. Her number is. Wait a minute. Let me check. What was her number? 55 something. 559. Yeah. So there you go. She's pretty strong. She defeated, or not defeated, but kept fighting for 3 days and 3 nights with that whole thing. Also, like this show is kind of sometimes very confusing by the way it like cuts like the scenes in a very direct and abrupt way. I don't know if that's just the way the anime plays out, or if this is also the same way the manga goes as well. Because sometimes there's some sharp cuts in the scenes which makes you not understand what's going on. For example, you see this part where Rose comes in and saves her mother. That whole section happens, and then we make a sharp cut over there in that scene, and we completely move to a completely different scene where we get to see Gamma is talking to those to New. And in the newspaper, they're talking, while in the newspaper we see the information about Rose coming back, and all that stuff. Rose triumphant return and all of that. This part, I was kind of confused. I was like, wait a minute, what's happening here? So Rose went back? So what happened to the other girls? They were fighting with them. So what's going on? And that part kind of confused me. And then little by little they kind of elaborate on the whole situation as to what's going on, because later on we see those girls 665, 664 and 559 are still fighting. And that's when I realized okay, so they were still fighting while they took Rose away at that point. And that's why 559 is saying that Rose betrayed them. So these type of situations, sometimes the cuts are so abrupt and so sudden, it makes us confused as to what's going on. That part kind of confused me, but then the later part of the episode kind of explains the whole situation as to what's going on. So yeah, that was the whole thing. Also, Sid's hilarious mob acting in front of Mary. He's like, the way he does that, stop, don't do that. Don't bully her. And they just beat him up. And oh my god. That's so hilarious, because that's literally what happens in so many animes. Oh my god, like a girl, some bad people, they come and is harassing a girl, and the main protagonist, who is a timid coward, he's able to gather his courage for the first time, and he does something like this, go away, don't do this, stop bullying her, and then the bad people beat the guy up and leaves. And the girl is like, "Oh my God, you got hurt for my sake," like that kind, that whole thing, that whole trope. That's literally what Sid did here, and he actually does it pretty well. Oh God, oh boy, that is funny. Ah, and then obviously in the end, you can see 559 is extremely obsessed with Sid. She's like, she's just like going crazy. And then in the end, that part which was like absolutely hilarious, where Sid realizes that Rose is actually getting mad, and he's like, "Wait a minute, so what have I been doing all of this for? Like I want to make her like come back in a triumphant return and become the queen, and like if she cannot exist, I as an eminence in shadow cannot exist. She will be the light to my shadow, or something like that." And like if she gets married, everything will just be over. And Sid is pissed off. Sid's like, "What have I been doing all of this from now? Like for this?" And yeah, there you go. So that's how this is going. So great episode, great start. For this arc, I don't know how many episodes this season will have. Will it have like 12 or 13 episodes maybe? So I'm guessing we have at least 2 to 3 more episodes left for this. So let's see how this goes. All right. Okay, great episode. Now I'm going to talk about this episode scene by scene, like I usually do. All right, in the beginning part of this episode, we get to see Sid is visiting this place, and like I said, this part was a lot of confusion for me because obviously I understood that Sid is here because he did say that he's going to like do a little self-discovery journey or whatever, and that is why he's here. But I was like, okay, I feel like this guy, I've seen this girl somewhere before, the girl who was serving the sandwiches, like Mary. I was like, I think I've seen her before, but I cannot put my finger on it. Who is this girl? And then we get to see 665 and 664, and I was like, wait a minute, isn't that 665 and 664? Like I said, we haven't really seen their faces properly without the hood. This is the first time we're seeing their faces properly, so it again took me a while to clock that. Also, I thought that they knew that Shadow was here, but I completely forgot about the fact that none of these girls knows that Sid is Shadow. So that also kind of confused me. I was like, wait, so they know that Sid is here? So what's going on? And that is also why I thought that Rose was in her room because she didn't want to show her face. Again, I didn't think about the fact that why would Rose be in her room if Sid is here? She doesn't know that Sid is Shadow. I should have realized that. So this part was like full of confusion from me in the beginning. But little by little it like settled down and clocked in my head, and I realized what's going on. So basically what is going on here is Sid is here just for a self-discovery journey, while these girls are here to complete a mission alongside 559. And Mary is here because she, like, we saw her, like, she left, like, you remember that part? I think like she like boarded a train and she left that place, and she came here probably and settled down here. So that is why Mary is here, like as like an innkeeper, So that is the whole thing. This is the first time Mary is meeting Shadow, not Shadow, sorry, Mary is meeting Sid. She knows Shadow, but she doesn't know Sid, and she doesn't know that Sid is Shadow. So obviously this is the first meeting for Sid and Mary. So there you go. That is the whole situation. While over there, Rose is struggling with her, like what she should do and how she cannot change anything still, even though she decided to become part of the Shadow Garden. And she wanted to become stronger, she wanted to take care and make this situation better. Okay. So, you know what? I feel like that's actually the direction this is going. I feel like Rose will actually become the queen. Because there's a few things that I'm kind of thinking about. First of all, Shadow wants to make her queen, so that like she'll be the tyrant, like or whatever, like the light, and Shadow will be the shadow and all of that stuff. So that's number one reason. Number two reason, like we've been seeing how she's like lamenting on the fact that she cannot do anything for her people, and she cannot change anything, she's not strong enough. I feel like if she becomes queen, that all that stuff can be resolved. That is also another reason I feel like by the end of this arc she'll probably become the queen. These are the two reasons. Number one, Shadow wants her to become the queen, and number two is if she becomes the queen, all the things that she's thinking about, all the like all the like all his powerlessness and everything, she can overcome that. If she becomes the queen, she's literally become the leader of the whole big thing. So she can change it. So she will be able to change her powerlessness and everything and do something for the people. So that coincides perfectly with her becoming the queen. So I think by the end of this arc, she'll become queen. And I'm not sure if she'll still remain in Shadow Garden even after becoming queen. If she still remains in Shadow Garden after becoming queen, then that is crazy. That will mean that Shadow Garden will have an actual queen, like of a place in one of their ranks. That is actually going to be big. But she might actually leave Shadow Garden if she becomes. There's a high possibility. There's a 50-50 chance of her remaining in Shadow Garden and still being the queen. Like, like one of those members, like, like a high profile members of Shadow Garden. Or she might leave Shadow Garden to become the queen. Either of it is going to happen. I would prefer the former. I would prefer her to stay in Shadow Garden and become the queen. Because that'll be actually really cool. Like she's the queen and she has a secret identity of like being one of the members of the Shadow Garden, that kind of thing. Anyways, okay, so after that, the 665 and 664 asks Rose to come out. They go out, and 665 talks to like everyone. 665 and 664 talks to Rose about what they will be doing. So today's mission will be led by number 559, and so they're like, 559, isn't she the one who... Okay, here we go. She's the eminent fighter who bid number 89 and won the right to challenge numbers. Okay, so she defeated and she can challenge one of the numbers. Okay, I feel like I'm forgetting something. The first, like the 7 shadows are the 7 shadows, and then I think we have the numbers. I've forgotten the range. From which range to which range are the numbers? Like, from which to which rankings are the numbers? Like, I've forgotten that. I feel like I could Google this, but I feel like I'm going to get spoiled about something else if I try to Google this. So I'm not going to do that. I'm pretty sure they mentioned the range from where to where are the numbers. And then obviously then we have the other members. Like the 665, 664, 666, they are all the other members, I'm guessing. But I've forgotten the range from where to where are the numbers. And, obviously, like that thing. I've forgotten that. Anyways, okay. So they are off trying to, complete the mission. And we get to meet 559 here. And, at night, 559 is here. She's leading, the whole thing. And 559 asks Rose that, okay, you know why we brought you here? And Rose is like, because I know about this place better. And she's like, yeah, obviously that is one reason, but that's not the only reason. And she says like, I requested you personally, Rose Oriana. You received your powers directly from the Lord Shadow himself. So did I. So these are the two were the only exceptions. And I'm guessing they didn't really show, obviously, like, we know how Rose got her powers, but we don't know how 559 got her powers, and when did Shadow give her the powers. I'm guessing all of those will be revealed later on, probably in more of the future episodes. So she's like, I'm better than you, I think I can do my job better, you have a lot of things going on within you, and you're not worthy to be one of, like, our allies. I think that's what she said, and she's like, I brought you here specifically for that, to see if you can keep up to your reputation, being one of the only people who have been, not one of the, but both of us being the people who have been given power directly by Shadow. You are a lot weaker compared to someone like that. And she's like, I'm going to eliminate anyone who actually comes in the way of our job. So that's why I brought you here, to see how good you are. So they get to see the carriages moving towards the ruins. So Rose says, they ask Rose like, what are they doing? And she says like, what's in front of that place? So she says that it's a memorial to the warriors who fought against the demon Diablos. But it's being used as a music hall. So they go there, and so they see Kyoadai the Gale, this guy, whatever, one of the members of the cult of Diablos, and they are like, have that card, and they're using that card to like it's kind of like a sanctuary. The whole like place is kind of like the sanctuary, and they're activating the mechanism. Now, in comes Rose's mother. Now, here's the thing. At first, I thought this was Rose's, I don't know, like shadow double or something like that. Maybe I thought maybe they're using like a fake Rose as a some kind of a publicity stunt or something. I don't know. I thought something like that, but then I realized when they literally said that it's Rose's mom. Okay, few things. I feel like Rose's mother, something is up with her. First of all, she doesn't seem afraid at all. She was even yawning in one of the scenes, and then when Rose comes in, she's like, "Oh my god, Rose, save me! I'm so scared." Bro, what are you on about? You were yawning a few seconds ago. If you're that scared, I don't think you'll be yawning. Like, what's happening? And the way she like moved forward and did everything so confidently, something weird is going on. Like, I'm guessing she deflected towards the cult of Diablo, or maybe she was part of the cult of Diablos from the beginning or something. Rose didn't know that. Okay, she's the queen of Oriana. Okay, okay. This is like a part where I don't understand what like 665 or 664. One of them says something like, "She's the queen of Oriana, the one who slay," and the other girl stops them from completing that sentence. Okay, interesting. After that, she comes in and opens the whatever, like the thing, and like a ring comes out. All that stuff are happening, and 559 is like, we have to retrieve that. Here, this scene, you see when 559 was saying, what do you need to know is that it is crucial that we retrieve it, and they were putting the ring back. This lady, Rose's mother, is yawning like this. Bruh. Yeah, I don't think she was scared at all, man. Something, yeah, she's probably part of Cult of Diablos. And obviously Rose doesn't know that, I'm guessing. So Rose comes in and Rose tries to save her mother while 559 tries to kill her. And you see, here, it takes a while for Rose's mother to realize that this is Rose, and she's like, "Wait, it's you, Rose?" And then she starts her whatever. She's like, "Oh my god, Rose, save me. I've been so scared," like. Yeah, she starts clinging to her and everything. Help me, you have to save me, Rose, like, okay. Anyways, so, okay, so here's the thing. It did kind of bother me that why did Rose suddenly deflect again? It's probably because of her mother, isn't it? Because I'm pretty sure Rose knows that what she is doing here is completely against, and what she's doing here is literally helping out the people who were the reason behind everything that happened to her. But the fact that she still went along with them makes me think that she probably thinks that his mother is being manipulated, or maybe is being taken hostage or something. That is why she went along with them. I don't know, this is just a guess. But otherwise, why would she suddenly deflect again? It makes no sense. Why would she deflect? Because of her mother. She probably thinks that her mother needs help or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, seeing this, obviously 559 gets angry and she's like, "Oh, so you betrayed us," and they start fighting. And then we have that whole cut where we get to see Gamma talking to New, and okay, there's a few things that she talks about. First of all, one of the people from the cult of Diablos, I'm guessing, the Knight Beyond Men, Mordred, the ninth seed of the rounds. Interesting. He's been able to control the Oriana kingdom from the shadows for so long. It comes to no surprise. Okay, so you can see in the newspaper, it's written, Princess Rose returns, citizens revolt. Okay, Perth Assad has been going restless. He has expended a large number of pawns. Okay, all that. Ruling forced through conservative revolt inevitable. Right. This is a good time to send in a large number of reinforcements. Have Lambda speed up the organization. Okay. As for Princess Rose, will let the cult have her, but this will increase the likelihood that Perv Asshat and his puppet master Mordred will make their move. Okay. As soon as Princess Rose stepped onto the stage with us and the cult, that set everything in motion. Okay. This is the as it was the will of our Lord to lead the princess to this point. And he's like, I wonder what what Shadow is planning against this. While Shadow is having her own plans, and he's like, oh, so he like at first he kind of like thinks about the whole situation, and he's like, oh, so this happened. I wonder why Rose killed his father. At first he was like, oh, maybe uh, okay, where's that part? Okay, they haven't crowned a new ruler yet. Maybe I should help with that. And he's like, the Oriana kingdom is rocked by the factional disputes after the death of its king. The strife is quelled by a new ruler, guided to victory by a mysterious personage, an unidentified eminence who lurks in the shadow of history. And he's like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make Rose the queen, and I'm going to be the person in the shadows helping her out. And she's like, yeah, like that's what I'm going to do. Okay, from moment he was like, okay, I do wonder why she tried to kill, why she killed her dad. And then at first Sid was like, oh, maybe because he didn't want to get married with Pervassan. But then he's like, obviously not. I don't think that's what's going on here. But then he's like, oh, it's probably that is why Rose probably told me, like those things that she told Sid, that all that stuff. I forgot the details. But Sid then says, oh, maybe the determination to walk the path of carnage, to become supreme tyrant, maybe that was her, whole thing. And he's like, okay, that's great. Because as a background character, and as the Eminence in Shadow, I will help Rose become the next monarch. And this is where he decided that, yeah, he will be the support. Okay, Rose will eventually stand before the heroes blocking their way, but someone will step between them, the tyrant's former benefactor, the Eminence in Shadow. And what's more, they have been people who used to talk of their dreams together. There you go. That is his plan. And he's like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Anyways, now Sid has found his goal or whatever, to make Rose the queen. And these random thugs come in trying to take money from her and all that. And Sid is like, oh, time to go back to my roots, as a mob character. And oh my god, this whole section. He's like, so stop! You leave Miss Mary alone. Oh god, this is hilarious. Like I said, this is just the whole parody of a a person who just like that. We've seen this scene multiple times in multiple animes. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. And he gets beaten up, obviously. I thought if one of the Shadow Garden girls were actually here, they would probably kill those guys immediately. But I forgot the fact that Sid was actually here in in secret. Nobody knows that he's here. So that is why that didn't happen, because nobody saw this scene. If the girls were here, they definitely would have taken care of them, because that's what they did in one of the other episodes, I remember. But yeah, they don't know that Sid is here, so obviously that didn't happen here. Anyways, so Mary's like, oh, Shadow, thanks for helping me out. And she says, you helped me, it was Shadow, not Shadow, sorry, Sid. And Sid, thanks for helping me out. And she's like, Shadow, was my benefactor, and now you saved me, and Sid was like, oh, should I pay the money? I'm sorry, wasn't able to help you out. She's like, oh no, it's fine, you saved me, that's all I could ask for. And Sid leaves. And okay, and then Sid's going through the night, and she's like, why do I think I wasn't able to do anything in this? I haven't really moved forward in my goal of making Rose a tyrant. And he's like, I've tried so many things to get the foothold towards making the birth of Rose tyrant a thing. Okay, he started by sneaking into a correction facility, savoring the life of a prisoner that he always wanted to do. Observe the intrigue swirling and the conspiracy with all the thrills and suspense. Made a spectacular jailbreak. Went to the volunteer army. They said that they won't possibly lose, but we barely got out with the life. So he has been doing all of this from that point onwards. Wow. And I'm guessing that like the amount of days that he's been doing this is probably 3 days, because later we get to see, they say how 559 is actually fighting those guys for 3 days and 3 nights. So all of these things were happening within that time. Sid has been doing all of that within that time. And he's like, oh, it's not going according to my plan. And he sees that those guys that took the money, they are here. And Sid goes in and takes care of them, kills them, and gets the money back. And, like later on, Mary was lamenting as to, like, oh, maybe I'll have to sell myself again, but then obviously in the nick of time, Shadow comes in, puts some money down. And I love the fact that he could have left, but he was waiting there. He was like, yeah, you know what? This is what an Eminence in Shadow will do. They'll wait and make the other person get a glimpse of him before he rushes off into the night. That's what an Eminence in Shadow does. So I'm not going to leave now. I'm just going to wait until she opens the door and she takes a glimpse of me, and then I'll move away. And that's what he does. He just waits there for a moment. It's like Mary comes in. Mary's like, what the hell? Where did this money come from? And she looks in front and she sees Shadow there, and she blinks for a moment and Shadow's gone. And she's like, oh, you have been looking after me. Shadow. And yeah, there you go. While over there, like I said, during these 3 days that Shadow has been doing all of this, 559 has been fighting. They have taken Rose away, but 559, 664, and 665 have been fighting. But, she's a lot weak now. She cannot fight anymore. She's tired. And when it seems like they're going to kill her, in comes Shadow, just waiting in front of the moon. And he gives them a little bit of his power. And, you saw like 559's hand was cut off completely and just regenerates, and bam, she takes care of that guy. And 559 is very happy. She's like, oh my god, like you're here, like you're the ray of moonlight that pierces the darkness, and stuff like that. She's saying, and she's like, she is kind of like Albedo, isn't she, from Overlord? 559, her obsessiveness and her crazy loyalty to a Shadow. Yeah, it's like her. She reminds me of Albedo from Overlord. Kind of, I guess. Anyways, so Shadow comes in, and 559 is like, I have a report to make. Rose has betrayed us, and she's like, oh, like she should be put to death and all of that, stuff. And all 665 and 664 are kind of like telling her like, oh no, obviously not. We should we should take care of this situation. We shouldn't kill her. Obviously they're her friends, so they cannot let that happen. So they're kind of quarreling about that. While Sid is in his head, he's not even listening to them. He's like making up his own ideas in his head. And then he comes across a newspaper where it's written that, where is that part? Rose is getting married. Where is that part? Yeah, the newspaper cutout. Princess Rose announces marriage to Chancellor Assad. There you go. And Sid is like, wait, what? Marriage? And he gets pissed off. He's like, what have I been doing all of this for now? I was going to make Rose the queen tyrant, and I would be the Eminence in Shadow, like helping her out from the shadows. And this is not how it's supposed to go. Why have I been doing all of this for now? And he's mad. He rushes off, and he's like, no, I'm not going to let this happen. I need Rose to be the beacon of light for me to be the shadow. If there's no beacon of light, where will the shadow come from? So he's like, yeah, I need to stop this. Oh my god, and that's where it ended. A great episode, a great beginning to this arc. And yeah, so let's see how this goes. So that is it, guys. That is my reaction to episode 9 of Eminence in Shadow Season 2. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed, comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, I'll check them out. And yeah, so that is it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode of The Eminence in Shadow. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.